stop the fight tonight?
Honestly, it's preparation. You didn't prepare like I wanted to prepare. You know, when guys get to certain levels, they believe they know what they're doing, and they don't necessarily take all the information. So, you know, this is where we at with it, and I had to make that decision. It's an easy decision for me. It's easy. He lives right across the street from me. I'll be having breakfast with him in the morning. It's easy.
Here it is, our final night alive, and as the earth burns to the ground, oh God, it's you that I lie with, as the atom bomb locks in.
What prompted you to stop the fight tonight?
Honestly, it's preparation. You didn't prepare like I wanted to prepare.
Hey, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Rakakwadash. Much mercy to you believers out there defending Yahweh Shai. One of the jobs of us brothers, which is one of the hardest jobs, is to defend the sheep from the wolves. And that's what our job is, you know. And I'm going to say this because what you have to understand, if men can't teach you, adversity will. Now, just like the boxer in that video, his dad threw the towel in because the boxer, he wasn't ready for that fight. He didn't prepare himself. And that's what we see, man. You know, and certain brothers, they just getting on videos, just spewing out, just talking all fucking day, and they're not really bringing out any scriptures. And all you could do is just warn Jake, and then Jake act like he hearkens, but really Jake ain't hearkening. And one thing about the scriptures, if you're not really learned in the scriptures, then it's not really nothing you could really show somebody that's really in the scriptures, that's really in the spirit like that. Ain't really shit you could say, you know, because all that yelling and shit, that ain't teaching nobody, man. And we don't just do videos just rebuking. You see, Jake say he gets it, but he really don't get it like that. And so just like that boxer, he got his ass knocked out. And that's how it is for real. It's like you can only warn Jake to do the right thing. And if you don't do the right thing, the adversity is going to teach you. So we can only warn you brothers. You know, we can't make you brothers do anything. But I tell you this, it's a bad sign when you can't really take reproof or correction. Then the adversity is going to teach you, because Jake get to a point where you can't tell him nothing. You can't tell Jake shit. And the scripture tell you that blessed he that readeth, he that searcheth the scriptures, study to show thyself approved. A lot of you are not really studied. And I'm gonna say this again about the comment board. We've never turned the comments off in our videos. Never, all these years. So, I mean, I'm not going to start doing that shit now. You know, if guys got comment board phobia, you know, let guys have that shit by themselves. Because obviously, I'm going to say it like it is, man. Jake ain't really listening like that. Jake ain't really listening. And what Jake going to do, he might hear this video, then he'll go back and do another fucking video screaming and yelling. And you can't tell him, you can't tell guys that the Lord ain't with them, or the Lord is with me, and this, that, and the third. But obviously guys ain't listening. You know what I'm saying? So this is what it is right now, man. If brothers can't teach you, adversity will. That's why every brother had to enter by himself. Because if you start going off and you can't really listen, that's why, like, That's why you would rebuke a brother too, to see if he really, truly humbles down. You see what I'm saying? You're not humble going back to a video explaining yourself and this, that, and the third, man. This is about teaching you how to shy. I keep saying that, but it's like guys ain't really getting it. So, I got a couple scriptures I want to go to, because the scripture tell you faith cometh by hearing, not by fucking talking. Let me grab that real quick. You see, and if you don't know the scriptures, man, there's no way around it. Then you really don't understand what's really going on, bro. You see, that's all it is to it. You see, because you're not hurting me, or you're not per se hurting. Well, in a sense, if you say you teaching the Bible and then you don't really understand the Bible like that, that's why we're teaching brothers to discern. Because when you teach brothers to discern, then you can see who really ain't fucking learned like that, man. This ain't about just getting on videos, just talking all fucking day, bro. And I don't give a fuck. You can get mad all day you want, because Jake has a problem with really taking reproof. And, you know, you might think Jake get it, but Jake don't really get it. Deep down, deep down, guys always got a rebuttal. Well, I think this and I think that. And then, what's funny about it, when you call Jake out on some shit, now he says, oh, I don't have to listen to man. The Lord is showing me this. Just like that boxer. That boxer fucking knew that he knew what he was doing and got his ass knocked right out. And what did his dad say? His dad said, hey, he didn't fucking prepare. He didn't want to listen. Hey, and that's all we could fucking do is tell you. You see? So we're in a time now, if you really can't listen, man, I don't, and you always got some shit to say in your videos and shit. That's not a fucking brother, man. You see? We don't just do fucking rebuke videos all day. That's not even being balanced. And if you do videos and you're not even bringing out no fucking scriptures, bro, then there's something wrong with that, man. You see? So I mean, we explain what you have to do, and then Jake still got shit to say. You see? Romans chapter 10, verse 17, it says, so faith cometh by hearing, and by hearing the word of the Most High. That's right. So faith cometh by hearing. It ain't all that fucking talking, bro. You see? And we're in a spiritual warfare, and another thing too, the enemy is going to try to bring all types of division. If you can, the thing about the enemy, if he could get any type of division amongst brothers, then it's like a score, it's a win. It's like a step for other shit. And you can't fucking be naive. If you haven't been doing something, like us brothers, we never turned our comments off. We never did that. And it just seems odd that guys is trying to do that now. It don't sit right with me. For some reason, like the spirit just ain't right with that. And you can't be naive to let somebody persuade you to cut your comments off and make you think everybody is a spy that leave a comment. That shit ain't right. So that means you're not really discerning guys either. That's why the scriptures say you can't be too quick to credit somebody. And I'm seeing that too. I may have credited guys too quick too. But that's why I'm speaking on it, because when it get to a point to now you got to cut your comments off because somebody else or what they say, you let them persuade you because of what the fuck they going through, then that shit ain't right. You know, I don't really feel like that's right. And I'm speaking on it because when we bring things to brothers' attention, they act like they received a reproof, but deep down they ain't receiving no reproof. They just gonna do their own thing until the spirit actually, to the adversity teach you. Because when you can't listen to brothers, right, then the adversity is gonna teach you. You don't have to learn on your fucking own. And I'm gonna tell you this, man. I don't get edified by guys just talking all fucking day, man. I'm a person I like to read and really analyze things. And I can really read into things when guys are speaking off of their own heart. When you go to Jeremiah, and this ain't about you trusting in your own fucking heart. This ain't about that. You can take it how you want. You see? You could take it how you want. At this point, we see that really Jacob is not hearkening to the reproof. He's really not. He's really not. Jeremiah 17:9, the heart is deceivable among all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? You see? So you just talking, you're talking shit out of your heart. And yeah, these camps are wicked. This, that, and the third. Like I've said, we had plenty guys that actually set up and they act like they was rebuking the elders and this, that, and the third. And, you know, they was against the camps too. And them guys turned out to be fucking reprobates. And if you can't really listen, you always got to rebuttal. Then you got to do videos talking about, well, I think this and I think you should listen to it. No, man. We've been dealing with this truth for a long time. You know, and then for all of a sudden, somebody come along and because they don't like the comments on the comment board, and really, that's wrong. That's really wrong to really think everybody a spy. That's not right. That means you don't really have no discernment yourself if you think everybody's a spy. That's why when brothers do that, then it's like, what are you doing? We haven't been cutting the comments off. And then somebody come out of left field talking about, oh, you have to turn the comments off. And no, man. Everybody's not a fucking spy, bro. But there are spies out there trying to bring division. It really is. Jeremiah 17:9, the heart is deceivable above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? So, if you're not bringing out scriptures, man, and you just talking all fucking day, that's you speaking out of your own fucking mind, bro. Jeremiah 17:10. I, the Lord, searcheth the heart and try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruits of his doings. So Yahweh Shai try the hearts. One way the Lord try the heart is by seeing how guys take rebuke. If you really can't take a rebuke, man, then you're not a brother, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be aware of certain shit. You have to see, like, if guys really hearkening to what you're saying. You see what I'm saying? And I'm gonna just say it like it is, because if you putting it out there like everybody's an agent on the comment board, that shit ain't right. We ain't been cutting our comments off, and I'm not gonna start doing that shit. And I'm not gonna let somebody tell me that everybody's an agent on the comment board. Hey, another thing too, when you go to it in the book of Acts, the demons knew if you was of the Lord or not. So, like, if you getting certain demons on your comment board and certain demons telling you this and certain demons telling you that, the demons knew that certain men wasn't of the Lord, and they would say certain things. You see what I'm saying? So, like, I'm gonna tell you this. It ain't even about the comment board, but when you look at it, you have brothers out there that's sincere. And, you know, I get a whole lot of scoffing comment boards. I get scoffers on the comment board. All I do is just block them. That's what I do. But I ain't going to cut my comments off. I just feel like that's some bullshit. That's one of the ways and tactics guys try to bring division. Because we don't really fucking know guys, man. We don't know guys. And then guys don't really want to bring out no scriptures and really hearken to rebuke. Guys ain't hearkening to rebuke. You see? That's why the scriptures say you'll be hated of all men, because you won't be able to be deceived by everybody. And you can't be naive, man. Everybody ain't a brother. The scriptures say every brother will utterly supplant. Only time will tell. But for right now, it ain't looking too good, man. On some real shit. Jeremiah 9:4. Take ye heed every one of his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother. For every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders. And I ain't gonna lie, I be hearing certain shit in these videos. It's like, who the fuck are you edifying saying all this shit? Because it's not just about anybody can just rebuke all fucking day and just talk shit all day, bro, and yell in their fucking videos. But are you really giving guys true understanding, bro? And I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. But when I see something ain't right, and you trying to pull brothers, it's like you making a division. Well, I'm gonna cut my videos off, and y'all have to do that too. No, I don't have to do shit like that. We don't have to do that. We don't have to cut our comments off. We ain't never been doing that. If you get somebody on your comment board, you just block them. You ain't gotta cut your comments off. But you can do what you want. Cause Jake don't like to listen. Like that boxer in the beginning of the video. The boxer knew what he was doing until he got his ass knocked out. And that's why I'm telling you, a lot of you guys, you're dealing with something you don't even understand. And from the looks of it, it looks like guys are trying to freestyle. Well, guys are freestyling, not even bringing out scriptures. That shit ain't right. So you honestly think that we're going to cuss all these camps out, and then certain things we see amongst us, we ain't going to say shit about it too? You see? Yeah, brother. And really, we're not over it because guys are not really receiving it like that. You know, so it's not, the situation ain't really over with like that. I wish it could be over with like that. Because you can't be persuaded. If we haven't been cutting comments off, and then it's not about the comments, don't get me wrong, but you can't let somebody make you think that everybody's a fucking spy. You can't do that. There is spies. Let me read some things about some spies real quick. Because when you go to this in Jeremiah, and if this applies to you, it applies to you. If it don't, it don't. But the third temple, you're not going to bring no fucking division. I don't give a fuck what you think you're going to do. And if you can't take a rebuke and you always got something to say when brothers tell you something, that's not a good fucking sign. Like when Peter got rebuked by Yahweh Shai. That's why, like, if you really look at it, Jake, when you rebuke Jake and he get mad, now Jake be like, man, well, no, man can't tell me this. Man can't tell me this and this and this. Now, man can't tell you some shit. Even though you say you might learn some shit from us. So it's heavy like that. Now, this is Luke 20:20. And they watched them and sent forth spies, which should feign themselves just men, that they might take hold of his words, that so they might deliver him unto the power and the authority of the governor. So the scripture tell you not to trust in every neighbor. And I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I don't even trust. I don't even trust this internet like that. The trust I have is in Yahweh Shai. But I'm not gonna sit up here and act like every brother that shows us love is a fucking spy. You see, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. So now get to the point where we gotta turn our comments off because you're paranoid about guys being spies. The hell out of here with that shit, man. I'm not with that shit. I'm not, bro. And if the enemy can bring any type of division between brothers that's been doing this work for years, then that's a plus for the enemy. You see, if you're an enemy or not, if this applies to you or if it don't. Really, I'm just speaking in general. Because the thing about it is, the way to see if somebody's really a true brother, if you try to tell them something and really they gotta always come back and say something and not even bringing those scriptures out, man, backing up what he's saying. Anybody can get on videos and just talk all fucking day. This is about using the sword of the spirit. So you say you have the spirit, use the sword of the spirit. Guys are just talking shit out of their own heart, and that ain't right. And I wouldn't be right if I didn't tell your ass. Shit ain't right, bro. And it doesn't feel right. It really doesn't. And you brothers cutting your comments off, that shit ain't right either. Well, you can do whatever the hell you want, man. You see? You can do what you want. But I'm just warning you, everybody that watch you ain't fucking spies, bro. And if you let somebody make you think that, then that means you're not really discerning for yourself. You know, we can't be quick. We can't be too quick to credit everybody, especially if guys really can't listen. If guys are really not listening like that, then you have to like let them be. Go do your own thing. You see what I'm saying? Go do whatever you think is right. Because it's more than just saying you believe in the new covenant, bro. If you say you believe in the new covenant, right? And the brothers that's of the new covenant, you can't really listen to them. Then you say, well, I don't have to listen to man and this, that, and the third. Then what do you know, really you don't believe in the new covenant then. You didn't get the understanding of the new covenant by yourself. You didn't. But then when brothers correct you and try to tell you certain things, now you can't listen to what man say now. That's why you have to enter in by yourself. Because if a guy, ultimately, he ain't fucking right, that don't got nothing to do with me. It don't. It don't. But for you brothers to look at everybody that the scripture tell you, basically, you give guys the same energy they give you. You see what I'm saying? So if brothers showing you love on the comment board, you give them back the same energy. It ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I'm not turning off my comments, man. I'm not doing that shit. Because one guy is paranoid about spies. The fuck out of here, man. Luke 20:20, and they watched them and sent forth spies. Yeah, the enemy right now is playing dirty, bro. He's playing dirty. And I noticed the enemy doesn't really understand the spiritual side of the scriptures. So when you understand the spiritual side of the scriptures and you show guys, hey, yeah, you actually understand the scriptures like that, then that makes the enemy upset. So what his goal is to bring some division. This is what Paul was going through in Corinthians. He was talking about false brother and he was talking about spies. And if this apply to you, if the shoe fits, wear the motherfucker. If it don't, it don't. I'm speaking in general. But if you try to correct a brother and he always got some shit to say, like he always got to like back himself up, he can't just understand what you're saying and really hearken into it and humble himself. Guys ain't really humbling himself. So it's not really not over like that. It's not. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to teach, you know, because we got a fucking job to do. And if somebody ain't really listening like that, I ain't got time for that shit, bro. I'm just warning you brothers. Yeah, there are spies out there trying to bring division in amongst brothers. It really is like that. This is very dangerous what we're doing. So you're going to have guys that's going to feign themselves to be just men, that they might take hold of his words. So they might deliver him unto the power and the authority of the governors. They did this to Yahushua, and Yahushua was teaching the new covenant. So you don't think guys is doing that with us? You see? I get a lot of scoffers on the comment board too. But I just block them. You see? So I'm not going to cut my comments off though, because I know that you have the elect out there reaching out to us. And for you to look at everybody as a spy, I mean, you need to examine yourself, man. You need to examine yourself, and you shouldn't be pushing that mind frame on brothers. That means you have a lack of unbelief because you don't fucking really read or study. And then it's like guys are mad because we're really studied in these scriptures, and they're not. You can't just get on videos just talking shit all day, bro. You can't do that, man. Jeremiah 9:4 again, it says, take heed ye every one of his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother, for every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders. So if you're not really edifying, and when guys get on these videos talking shit, it's just a bunch of fucking slander. You see? The guys really ain't hearkening like that, man. But hey, you warned him. Just like the coach, he warned his son. He said, hey man, you should have prepared for the fight better. Guys are not preparing for this battle that we're fighting like that. They're just going out there freestyling. Oh, I know the spirit is dealing with me. In that spirit. That's not a humble spirit. If brothers have experience with this, right? And they're trying to tell you something and you're not listening, you're going to have to look. The adversity is going to show your ass because we can't show you. You see? Adversity. You're going to have to learn on your own. Just like that boxer got his ass knocked out. Why? Because he wasn't fully fucking prepared. And we see guys ain't fully fucking prepared. This ain't about just getting in videos yelling and cussing guys out all fucking day. This ain't about that, bro. You see? And it's wrong to think everybody's a spy that leaves you comments. If guys didn't leave a fucked up comment on your comment board, if guys haven't been doing that and they just been showing you love and you want to like block off the love, there's something wrong with that, bro. And I'm not going to be doing that. I'm not cutting my comments off. We're not doing that. We ain't been doing that. I'm not going to let somebody come from out of nowhere and start telling me we got to cut our comments off. Get the fuck out of here. See, that's bringing division. Talking about, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. He gets it. See, Ramoth, he gets it. Like we don't get what you trying to say or do. Like we don't get it. We see every fucking thing, bro. See, Ramoth, he gets it. So what are you trying to say? We don't get what you're saying or what you're doing. We get what you're doing and saying perfectly. On some real shit. So faith coming by hearing. If you're not willing to fucking use those two ears, it's like guys is using their mouth more than they're using their ears. You only got one mouth, but guys are using more of their mouth than their fucking ears. And I have to say this, man. And brothers can take it how they want to take it at this point. Because if you don't have enough discernment to understand that everybody on the comment board, they're not wicked, man. They're not spies. No matter how you look at it, spies are going to watch your videos anyway, bro. But the thing about the spirit, right? When you're one with your power, you're not worried about shit in the flesh. You're not. So you brothers that are teaching this truth and you're not understanding your power, You got to do some reading, man. You got to study. You got to read, man. And if you're not reading and you're mad at brothers that do read and do study, it's an issue. It's an issue with that. Because Jake really ain't hearkening like that, man. Yeah, you cuss the apostles out and guys and false prophets and this, but then you got to examine your own motherfucking self. You can't cuss guys out and you're not really listening like that. That's why Jake gets like that trainer said about his son. He said, yeah, they guys get to the point. You can't even tell them nothing. And when you get like that, man, I don't really have nothing to do with guys like that, man. You can't tell them nothing, man. That's why we're on our own. Because Jake gets to this point where you can't tell him a goddamn thing. He gonna have to learn by himself. And that's what point we're at. So Paul, he was telling us about this too. You know, brothers coming in unaware. False brethren coming in unaware. Spying out our liberty. And if the shoe fits, wear that motherfucker, bro. If you're not a false brother, show you not. If you a true brother, show you a true brother. You know, don't try to push because you don't like the comments on the comment board. Don't push that shit on other brothers and make them try to cut off their comments. It ain't about comments. It's not. But if just think of it like this. If you were a fucking spy or enemy, or if you're just trying to bring any type of division, you would score at that, because that's one thing that you can get guys to disagree on. It ain't about trying to bring a disagreement. That's why I'm doing this lesson, because we have all types of Satan out there against us, man. We're teaching the new covenant, bro. Everybody's against the new covenant. That's why you had guys faming themselves to be just men, like they were of the new covenant too, trying to catch the Lord up. It's the same shit right now. So you have to watch for that. And that's what's going on in this time. It's the same shit happening. You can't be naive, man, to Satan's devices. That's part of Satan's devices too. Guys can act like they're of the Lord, but all the time they're of Satan. So at this time, you got to look at it like this. If the Lord told you in Matthew 24, there are going to be many false prophets. So like right now in this time, over 90, 95 to 99% of guys teaching this truth, they're false prophets, and the Lord haven't sent their ass. They're running. Like the scripture tell you in Jeremiah, men are running, but the Lord haven't sent their ass, but they're running. So you got all types of guys that are running out there. All types of guys, they're running. They're running. But the Lord didn't really send them. For real. One of the major bad signs is guys not really listening and hearkening. You see? Guys do videos a whole fucking hour just talking and yelling. No scriptures. See, this ain't about you, man. And I'm telling you, if you can't be in a mind frame where you're not really breaking down the scriptures and showing brothers what the scriptures are saying, not what the fuck you're saying. It's not about you and what the fuck you're saying, bro. The heart is deceivable. Don't lean to your own understanding. You see? Yeah, man. That comment board shit, it rubs me the wrong way for brothers to be pushing like everybody's a spy because of fucking comments, bro. You're supposed to give brothers the same energy they give you. And we really do this out of love. You see? We really do. I don't know what other guys are doing this for. To be honest, I don't know what the fuck guys are doing this for. You see? But I'm gonna say this. This new covenant, if you're not really of it like that, this is gonna spew your ass out. And through the spirit, you could be spewed out through the spirit and not even know it. thinking you teaching some shit, not bringing out not a scripture at all, and then breaking the scriptures down wrong, like these apostles in these camps. It's only a few of us, man. It really is. And we're not going to let nobody bring no division. So you can't be naive to start to follow new patterns you ain't been following. You ain't been cutting your comments off. Let this guy cut his comments off. If you like to do that shit, go do that shit. If you're not bringing out no scriptures and you're just talking all fucking day, then you have to reevaluate yourself. Like, are you actually of the Lord like that, bro? Hey, look, even Satan, he knew the scriptures. Like, you got a lot of guys, too, they know the scriptures, but they're fucking Satan. It's a lot of shit you got to watch for. And one of the things, guys, bringing division. That's one of the tricks that Satan brings, to divide and conquer. To divide shit up and try to, like, conquer guys. Try to bring some division. But there's no division you're going to bring. So just a couple things I wanted to say. 2 Corinthians 11:13. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of the anointed. And that's what these guys are doing. 2 Corinthians 11:26, real quick. In journeys often, in perils of water, in perils of robbers, in perils of my own countrymen. Paul is going into it. In perils by the heathen, in perils in the city, in perils in the wilderness, in perils in the sea, in perils among false brethren. So every brother ain't a fucking brother. With over 95 to 99% of guys teaching this truth, they're false prophets. For the simple fact they're denying the covenant. Now, just like in Luke 20, you're going to have guys that agree, that say they agree with Yahushua, and they still with spies too. Galatians 2:4. And that because of false brethren unawares brought in, who came in privately to spy out our liberty, which we have in Yahushua Mashiach, that they might bring us unto bondage. Right, so that's all you have guys really watching us for. They're not watching us for edification. They're watching us to seek out to slay us. So you can't be so quick to, I say it like this, certain things that like we've been doing, we've never cut the comment board off. So like, let's just say like if you're somebody that's trying to bring some division, that'd be like the first step of bringing some division, because I'm not cutting my comments off. I just block you. You see, I'm not gonna cut my comments off. You see, I'm not gonna do that. And then have your video where you can't even scroll down a video. The video stops playing when you scroll it down. I ain't listening. I'm not going through all that shit. So just a couple of words. Yeah, there are spies and there are false brethren out there that say they're with you, but really they're not with you. You really see if somebody with you if they really hearkening to what you're saying. And they don't have a fucking rebuttal, or they got to do a video back and forth. The spirit of a fucking woman, bro. So, I mean, for you brothers out there, if this applies to you, you need to go humble down and repent yourself and study the scriptures. Because if you're not really learned in these scriptures, you're going to get offended by everything that's being brought out.
Let me hear that, KF. Doesn't out, Pluto. Doesn't out.
Hey, but with that, man, the Lord said, therefore, watch. So best believe we're watching everything. You see? And with that, shalom.